What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Queen Sugar Season 4. I don't know what episode it'll be. Right in the description. Yeah, this episode was heavy. We haven't had no joy and no damn happiness in a long time. I'm starting to get sad, but I know we got a little bit of ways to go. These seasons are pretty long. So, yeah. So, they probably gonna take a break and come back and everything. So, we right in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's gonna get better. It has to. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just gonna go storyline by storyline. I'm not gonna break down, well, I am gonna break down everything, but I'm not gonna break it down in order. Okay? So let's start off with small things like Kiki and Micah. Kiki and Micah are in love. She realized this after the fire. What if they had been inside? What would have happened? Since you ain't even cared last week though, but now they had a fire, so you care. They have discovered that they are in love with each other, and prom is coming up. So she ready to make plans. And he don't catch that at first. Plans. You understand what I'm saying? Plans. You feel me? So he catch on after a while. He love her too, and we're happy again. Okay? Rap Angel and Darla. Let's go ahead and just tie that in. So Darla sees the news about the about the fire and everything that's happened. This is after Rap Angel has come back home. He's sitting on the porch talking to Deisha about the appeal that's going to happen for the program. It's going to be 30 minutes. He's going to have to go in front of this little board, say, the good things about his program. And, hopefully they won't even do the review and, they'll reinstate his program, which is probably not going to happen. But she's like, it's just 30 minutes. You need to do this or whatever. Darla pulls up on them on the porch. Okay, so she just get out the car and she's all frantic trying to figure out what happened. Is everybody okay? How is Charlie? She's just asking about everybody. I wouldn't really have no problem with that. Deisha's sitting on the porch. He introduces Deisha as her friend. You can tell that Darla is hurt. Now, if y'all remember last week, I forgot to talk about it in the review, but her little boo didn't really give her the reception that she wanted, and he was telling her to go see her sponsor. I understood her in the moment when she was like, I didn't ask for no sponsor, bitch. I called you. Okay, but I understood him too, as you're an addict, girl, and like you're not getting the response that you want from me. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to call your sponsor just as like a precautionary, just somebody to talk to. And so right now I'm feeling like she need to call her sponsor. I wasn't pissed off yet. Deisha's like, well, I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna give y'all a moment. And Darla's like, no, I just came to see if everybody was okay, and I guess I just talk to you later. So she gets in the car and leaves, but you can tell that her heart is hurt that Rap Angel is actually moving on with somebody new. Darla has this unnatural, see, I just started to like Darla. Okay, y'all. And now she doing too much already. Girl, cut it. Go back to your house. See Rap Angel later. He's making his appeal to the committee. And the committee says, that's all fine, well and good. But now your sister mill done burned down. How you going to pay these people if you can't mill your, sugar cane? Then how you going to pay these people? And so basically the state pays half of these people, salary that he's paying these people. So, if he can't do that, then they don't know if they're gonna do it. So he makes his appeal and they say, thank you for coming, but we still gonna review this program in light of this new evidence, and we'll give you our decision in about a week or so. Wasn't the best result, but it was a result. One thing I did like is that Deisha had all her paperwork in order, honey. She let them know that Benny has been a model citizen since he's been on probation. That officer has been arrested, or has not arrested, but that officer has been under investigation for like shady practices. So, this whole thing is suspect, and this should not reflect on his program. So, she had her paperwork in order, and I was here for Deisha. I am Team Deisha all the way. Who are you, Team Deisha or Darla? Let me know. After that, he has to go back to his workers and tell them that, until they finish with the review, he's going to have to let some people go because the state pays half of their salaries and he won't be able to make payroll for everybody. And he feels bad. You can tell that Rap Angel's the type of guy, he likes to be a man of his word. So he not going to say he going to do something and don't do it. You know what I mean? So he feels bad that he told all these people he could help them. He done gave them jobs. People be depending on money. You know what I'm saying? 1 week you got a job and next week he feels like he's like not honoring his father, or like not, making his father proud, letting his father down or whatever. So later on at dinner, he expresses this to Deisha. So Deisha has, he cooked dinner for her, trying to thank her for everything that she's done for him. She's just telling him, like, she just encouraging him. See what... She encourages him. She tells him just keep his head up. And he's like, listen, even if we saved the program, the highway still coming through to tear down the farm. I feel like I'm letting down my pops or whatever. And he starts to say, And she started saying, well, I understand that. You know, your feelings are valid, but it doesn't mean they're always true. I was like, girl, you better speak something. Girl, you better just dropping pearls on him. You know what I mean? So he just talks about how some people are so blessed and some people it just seems like some people are cursed. And she says, listen, because he like, look at you, you know, everything worked out for you, you know what I'm saying? And so she starts telling him this story like, nigga, I ain't all been all gravy. She was breastfeeding when her baby daddy left for like 6 months. So she was trying to take the bar, raise the baby. I'm sure she was probably working too. She had a job that, you know, she could have got, but it depended on her passing the bar. And she was just so exhausted taking care of the baby and trying to support herself and stuff. And she said, but she took it one day at a time. Small goals became bigger steps. And eventually she made it work. And she says you can use fear to motivate you or to stifle you, basically is what she's saying. I wanted to drive you. And so he's crying, y'all. He's crying and she's sitting on his lap and they kiss and he like, I want you to stay with me tonight. And I'm just like, yes. Now, if she don't build this man up with her beautiful chocolate self for him to go right back to Darla crackhead ass, what is he not gonna do? Now, listen. Now, y'all know me and Darla done came a long way. We done made some strides. But what we not gonna do is have them get back together. Is have her build him up and build up this great man for Darla to come back and do some fuck shit. I ain't got time. Darla, mind your business. As they laying in the bed in the afterglow of they love, honey, looking chocolatey, come Darla ass, calling in the middle of the night. First of all, why are you calling this man in the middle of the night? Blue ain't by your house. So why are you calling this man in the middle of the night? So it's going to be a problem for Disha. I see this already coming because I'd be like, listen, I understand it's your baby mama, but I'm your woman and it's time for you to set some boundaries, okay? Some boundaries need to be set, like don't be called in my house because he's sitting on the phone talking to her ass in the middle of the night. Or I don't know if that was the next morning or the middle of the night, I couldn't tell. But either way, she was out of damn order, okay? Talking about, I'm just calling to check on everybody, make sure y'all good, you good. He like, I'm good, we good, Blue good. They have a little small talk about Blue, and I was like, what you not gonna do is trying to slime your way back in there, girl. No, stay your ass where you at, girl. Grow with somebody else. All right, so we got them out the way. Let's get to the big story. So we're gonna start off with Vi. Baby, after everything has gone down, the fire, everything, we see Sam Landry turn up at the diner. Vi has summoned him over there. So apparently, she said, listen, I ain't call you here to talk about old times. I ain't call you here to, you know, chit chat. It done went too far and you need to stop this. You know what I'm saying? This my family. Like, you doing too much. Listen, girl, you know that's not even my style. Like, I would never do that to your family or whatever. Like, it's crazy how Sam be like, I would never do that. Like, people just gonna believe him. Sir, cut it. She said it might not be your style, but it's your people. Because basically, he's like, well, listen, it's above me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's above me now, bitch. I wouldn't do it, but them bitches is doing it. And I can't do shit about it. And she like, Sam, I'm calling in that favor. I said, uh-oh, she calling in a favor? Why she need a favor? What you did for Sam Landry? What's going on? That was a clue. I'm calling that favor. His whole face drained of blood, okay? He's talking about, I try to do what I can. And she was like, you know, do what you got to do to call all of this off or whatever. And he's like, I do what I can. She like, nah, bitch, you ain't going to try. Do it. I said, oh, she must got something good on Sam ass. Later on, Hollywood comes home and they hug and they embrace and, you know, they seem really happy to see each other. And I was happy to see Hollywood. I'm glad that he's back. You know, he already ready to do shit soon as he get done. What you need me to do, baby? What you need me to do? You good? Everybody good? I fucking love Hollywood, okay? They all come over for dinner and Vi prays for everybody. She gets everybody together, you know, because Charlie is going crazy about the, you know, trying to find a solution to this problem. And she can't find a solution. She's getting really frustrated and anxious. And you can tell it's kind of like anxiety a little bit because she just wants to do something right now. And Vi just calms her down and is like, listen, your meal just burned down, girl, the day before yesterday. Like, not even the day before yesterday, not even 24 hours ago. So you don't have to have all the answers. Now is the time for us to heal as a family, for us to break bread, you know, for us to be together. And for that moment, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, damn, like, Nova and y'all family, and she in town, and y'all didn't even call her. I mean, I don't want them. It's not like I think they should call her, but it's like, damn, like, y'all did. They ate dinner, and it was a nice little situation together. And then after that, we see Vi praying. She prays for everybody, even Nova. She prays for Nova and tells God that, you know, she needs to realize all the hurt and pain that she's caused. So please touch her heart, and, you know, keep her safe. So I thought that was nice that she still prays for her, and she misses her. But she just said, I just can't with her, Lord. I just cannot. Like, I just cannot do it with her. Like, girl, I can't. So for this week, Nova's story. Nova had a lot going on this week. So Nova comes home when she hears about everything, and she runs up to the mill to see Ralph Angel and Charlie are already there. And she's like, listen, you know, we can talk. We can try to hash things out. You know, I'm like, let's try to talk before we make any rash decisions. Charlie turns around and is like, you ain't got the right to say that to us. Ain't no we hoe. Okay, and she leaves. Later on, she goes to the diner and she sees Prosper in the diner, and she kind of starts to vent to Prosper about what's going on. You know, I've been mad at them before, but I still treated them like family. Like, why wouldn't they call me? Girl, they is not finna call you, okay? Like, girl, they is not about to call you, sis, girl. What? Never. But, like, totally ignored her on that front. Like, I ain't got time for y'all family problems. But what I came here to talk to you about today was that story you put in your book. So he tells her about her father and how they had been friends for so long, and sometimes they walked the field and he ain't said one word. So basically what happened was, after they left the bait shop, where he heard about what happened, one of the men had came up there to like really try to do something to Nova, and Ernest beat the dog shit out of him basically, and almost killed him till he heard True singing to Ralph Angel when he woke up, and her voice kind of brought him out or whatever, because he was finna kill a man. So he ended up bringing the man to the hospital, you know, making sure he was good or whatever. He went home. What he was burying was those bloody clothes, was everything from that night. He was burying his pain, because he said if he saw it again, he thought he might have did it again. You know what I'm saying? So he almost killed somebody. So he was burying that. So it just kind of illuminated to you that Nova has really wrote this book based on her perspective. And she did not take the time to get anyone else's perspective. It's crazy to me how she went to go find Jimmy Dale ass, okay, but did not talk to Vi about what happened between them. She literally took her perspective, what has been told to her, or what she saw, or what she might think she know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure she don't know, because everybody know grown people got business that, you know, kids don't know nothing about. So all of this is from her perspective, and she has not really understood the pain and hurt that she has caused by doing this to her family. So Prosper kind of highlighted that for her, like, you don't even know what you're talking about, sis. You don't even know what you're talking about. Calls Calvin, and she vents to him about her family. You know, she said they looked at her like an enemy and like a stranger, and then, you know, she's crying on the phone saying she lost her family. I think now the full weight of, I think I lost my family, you know, is really hitting her, because she been gone, you know what I mean? She probably thought, oh, you know, it'll blow over, we'll be good, you know what I mean, when I get back. I know they might be mad, but now when she get home, they won't even talk to her, they don't call her. Major things are happening, and they're not including her. Now she really feeling the weight of, damn, I lost my family. Like, and he's telling her to breathe, and he's telling her, you know, he's gonna come down there and see her. Calvin comes on down, and Nova is happy to see him. Her outfit was very cute, okay? Anyway, Calvin came on down, and as he comes in, they talk for a second. Micah also shows up to bring her back her key. And so he already knows who Calvin is as soon as he hit the door. Like, you the police officer? Oh, all right. Okay, he was like, oh, all right. Oh, yeah. And so, you know, they have a few words, but, you know, Calvin can feel the tension. So he said, I'm going to take a phone call. I'm going to step outside. So Micah and Nova talk, and he's basically like, you know, that's the police officer. She's like, he's not that police officer. He's not that kind of police officer. You know, he don't beat people up and all X, Y, and Z. And he was like, but has he witnessed other people doing it and not said shit? And she ain't had nothing to say. Have you ever asked him? No, I ain't never asked him. Maybe you should. I like the fact that Micah and Nova have this relationship where, like, even though she can tell him things and he can still tell her things, and she values, like, his opinion as a person. I think that's why he's so close to her, because, you know, anybody else would have been like, boy, I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? Don't be telling me what to do and who to date, and don't be questioning me like I know him, nigga. I know this nigga. But she don't do that. She, like, takes his opinion into account. So later on, when her and Calvin are at dinner, apparently Nova makes some good greens. She's sitting and talking to him, and she starts asking him these questions. Like, and he admits that he was that type of police officer who did not say nothing. He's seen horrible things happen to people, you know, by the hands of the police officer, and he didn't do nothing about it. He tells her that he was a coward, and he's not trying to humanize himself, but he's trying to let her know that you know, how it felt to be a coward. And she said, well, what do running away do? And he's like, well, I didn't want to be a part of a system. He said he wanted to get out of that toxic environment that ruined the most important relationship of his whole life. And he didn't want to be the person that she turned away from. He wanted to change. He wanted to be different. And and she says, well, your past is your past. You cannot get away from it. It will always be there. You know, and he's like, I'm not ashamed of my past because my past led me to you. It led me to be a better man. And I was like, Calvin, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, if the white cop was gonna say an answer that made sense, that we could roll with, we could work with that, okay? Just be ready to say that shit at the rally when all these niggas is looking out Nova upside her head like, bitch, I know you ain't come here with the police, okay? Be ready, Calvin. Stay strong, Calvin, because you got a long fight ahead of you fucking with Nova, okay? And baby, Charlie, honey, homegirl was acting. Dawn Lynn Gardner acting. You hear me? This week. So Charlie is in a daze. She like in an anxiety attack pretty much the whole episode. Like, I just recognized that anxiety because she couldn't be still. Her mind was thinking she just could not stop moving. Like, she wanted to fix it now. And it was hurting her that she couldn't fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? She's that type of person. So she goes to the mill. The mill is damaged. It's very serious. You know, the man tells her that the police are going to get involved because they see the patterns, you know, of accelerant and X, Y, and Z. And she's like, why did it take y'all 30 minutes? He said, the fire alarms malfunction. They got a call from from a person, just a resident. So it seemed like somebody went in there and messed with the fire alarms, then set everything on fire. That's what it seems like. So she goes straight to Francis. She don't even change her clothes. She mad, she upset. Ralph Angel bring her up there. She comes in the office. And baby, when I tell you this scene gave me life, I watched this scene 3 times, honey. So she goes to Francis, and Francis come out front. Oh my God, we're going to get through this. I heard about everything. We're going to get through it. Charlie start calling her on her shit, right? Like, girl, fuck out of here. You know you was a part of this. I know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Everything like this. So she's like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just in shock. Just sit down. I'm going to make some calls. And she's like, who you going to call? Old World Energy? You going to call the people who own you? And she's like, don't nobody own me. I'm not no slave. Oh, baby, she came out that Southern charm real quick, okay? Nobody don't own me. I'm not no slave. Oh, so I'm a slave. She said, I'm clear on one thing. You would take this land that you claim to love so much and turn it into a toxic waste dump just to make some extra money. Francis is like, sis, you was right there with me, girl. You was ready to make this coin too while you talking, okay? A few months ago, girl. You was with me in the sisterhood. Sisterhood? Cut it out. Baby, when I tell you, Francis came right on out that racist shell and said, gal, you don't get to question me. When they call you a gal, that's the equivalent of calling you a girl when they call the black men boys. You see how that, yeah, you see how that, Said, I do love the land. I love the sugar cane because once it's washed and processed and all the impurities taken out, it's white as snow like it should be. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out, racist. Here we go. And listen, I ain't burned down your meal, but whoever did, I'm glad for, because somebody needs to knock you down a peg or two. And she's like, no, she said somebody needs to put you in your place. And Charlie said, my place is wherever I decide it's going to be, girl. And she said, that's what you get. You coming down here infecting us with your nouveau rich money and your tawdry sex scandals, honey. You ain't nothing but a mulatto out here trying to be white. I said, bitch, she's talking about something. And I guess that's thanks to your mother. Charlie was like, bitch, one thing you not gonna do is keep my mama name in your mouth or you finna get knocked the fuck out, okay? Francis drew back a little bit like, oh, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, I went too far. Francis started looking a little scared then. She said, you're just mad because you're insecure trash. That will never be more than what you already are. Well, what you always been, which is irrelevant. Why you even bother with the sisterhood nonsense? And she was like, I did it for the same reason you did, girl. Keep my enemies close and, you know, keep my friends close or my enemies closer or whatever. So she like, you sent Jacob to me. You sent Jacob to me with his pathetic advances. And she's like, no, here's another clue. Jacob and Sam, okay, are weak. And they like to dilute the bloodline, but they always come back home. Vi and Sam Landry had a thing going on. had a thing going on. Mark my words. The way he came up in that place, that's his old boo. And you ain't gonna tell me no different. You don't tell nobody that's that powerful, okay? Just do what the fuck I told you to do, bitch. Don't ask me no questions. Unless y'all used to go together. I'm just saying. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. But I certainly think they used to go together. Charlie read this lady down. She said, girl, you outdated. And you too blind and basic to even know it, sis. She said, I almost feel sorry for you. Almost. Francis' face like cracked into 1,000 pieces. It's shattered, bitch. It's shattered, okay? Like, shattered. 1,000 pieces. Spread across the land. Okay? I was him. All I wanted to do was knock her upside her head, but we know Francis gonna call the police. Don't do that. Don't give in to your lowest, your lowest self, okay? We rotating high up here. Charlie leaves. She gets in the car with Ralph Angel, and Ralph Angel got it all on tape. So I feel like she need to be using this for like her political campaign. Like, girl, why are you not using this for your political campaign? You need to be like exposing them, for the racists that they are, honey. Charlie meets up with the farmers, and of course these bitch ass people. I said last week I thought they would be reluctant to like, not stand by her since she's been basically helping them the whole time she's been there. But I was wrong again. Them bitches is gone. Okay, just like they was the next. They like, Charlie, this one time too many. Like, we ain't fuck with you no more, girl. You know what I mean? You ain't got your stuff together. It's too risky for us. Every damn season. I'm tired of these hoes, okay? Like I said, I wouldn't be mad if she was like, you know what? You sure right. Pack your stuff up and go back to California, girl. But she's so frustrated. Like, I just feel for her. Like, you can tell the anxiety is just rising up in her spirit. Prosper said he gonna talk to them, but she gotta give it a little bit of time. So as they're about to eat dinner, advised, like I talked about, Deisha gives like a rundown to Charlie on what's gonna happen. The investigators gonna come in and gonna ask you questions. Well, I wasn't even there. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You might have some information on like the conditions, before the fire or whatever. And for them to prove that Francis and them had something to do with it, they have to prove conspiracy and collusion with her and Old World. And so Charlie's getting so frustrated, like I said, because she wants to prove it and she can. She kind of has, knowledge of everything, but she doesn't have hardcore evidence that's going to prove this in a court of law. So, you can kind of see that it's not going to work or whatever. Like, she's trying to handle everything, but it's not working out like it normally do. And so Vi just stops her at that moment and says what she said earlier. She don't have to have all the answers. Just sit down, relax. They need to heal and X, Y, and Z. So later on, Charlie is anxious. She all over the house. She can't be still, she's so worried about what's going on. So she goes down to the mill and she starts taking pictures of everything, and she starts to clean up a little bit, the Queen Sugar sign, and she kind of breaks down. She starts crying. It's the first time we've seen her really break down, because she really worked hard for all these things, and just like that, it's gone over some bullshit. So Sam shows up. So he tells her that he's coming to pay his respects. And, from one business owner to the other, he would never physically hurt her or her family. And his hands is clean on this. He didn't have nothing to do with it. And Charlie is so upset right now. She can't receive nothing. He's saying, I wouldn't either. You know what I mean? Like, you done did everything in your power to take down my family. Now y'all done hooked up with some other people doing real foul shit that you wouldn't even do. Like, I have to say that living in the South is interesting because people are racist, but it's certain lines that decent people won't cross. You know what I mean? Like, you could not like black people. Like, it's literally racist white people out there who don't like black people. But when you go places where I'm from in Louisiana, especially in my little small town, every man gonna open the door for you. That's just how men are. Whether you black, white, whatever, they gonna open the door for you. They could hate niggas. They could hate black people. But they still gonna open the door for you because that's what men do. Okay, that's what they do. So it's like certain lines that people don't cross. And now they're saying, but people from other places, you know what I'm saying, they'll do that shit. Okay, and they did it. So she said she don't believe nothing he's saying. He just need to go and just leave her alone or whatever. So I feel like he feels guilty enough to where I might actually do something. Sam gonna be our lifeline this season. Because I told y'all that him and Vi used to go together. I don't care what nobody say. Later, we see her at the house. She's drinking wine, still depressed about everything. And here come Romero as. Romero, listen, I know you upset about these 2 migrant workers, but that was like 2 seasons ago, my nigga. Like, you see what happened, and now you come over here with this bullshit. So, I guess it's in the paper because he has like a paper in his hand. So I guess it's been out that, you know, these 2 workers died on the field or whatever. She made them work late, and he's like, did you do this? Is this who you really are? Now, you notice when Remy confronted her about the things that she do or whatever, she was like, listen, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. Like, I care about you. Like, she felt bad about it. And she still feels bad right now, but I think she's just so defeated. Like, she ain't got time to be fighting with you, bitch. Yeah, that's what happened. I tried to fix it. You know, I wanted things to change. She was embarrassed about telling him. And, you know, he's just like, but you lost your business. I mean, these people lost their life, girl. Like, that's all you got to say is you wish you could change things. And, I mean, my thing is, what you want her to do? Romero, she can't bring him back from the dead, sir. It happened. She went to the family. She talked to the people. You know what I mean? Like, she did what she could do to make amends for it, but she can't bring them back from the dead. So what do you want her to do other than say, I'm sorry and I wish I could change things? Go to jail? Is that what you want her to do? She just says, you know what? Yes. Okay, make this the real me. I guess it is. I don't know. And so he kind of looks at her with a look of disappointment. He walks out, and the camera angle that they did on her when they were backing the camera up or whatever, and she was just standing there, it was amazing. I really like that cinematography. So, like I said, I feel like we in the trenches. You know, these seasons be having like 18 episodes. You know what I mean? So I feel like we in the middle is going to be a lot. But maybe we'll come out on the other side. I'm not sure. But my theory is Vi and Sam used to go together. For sure, okay? Because we got 2 hints about that. So that's a for sure for me. I feel like Sam gonna be our, you know, he gonna be our get out of jail free card this season. And I did see a panel where they were talking about the season before it started, and she was saying that Donald Gardner was saying that, you know, it will be a season where Charlie can't handle everything that's thrown at her. You know, normally she handles all these things at once. She like Superwoman, but this season it might not be that way. She might not be able to, you know, get everything and you know, fix all these mistakes that are being made or whatever. All these things that are happening or whatever. So, and how's she gonna handle that? Because like I said, it looked like she was basically having an anxiety attack for the whole episode. Like, I don't know. So I want to hear your thoughts on the episode. It's really getting good. It's a good season. They did this shit, okay? I need some happiness, though. Like, at some point, something got to give, all right? We got to have some type of happiness. Damn, they in a struggle. Every time something good happens, something terrible happens right after. So I need a little bit more happiness, Ava. Come on now. Give us a break. Shit. Give us a little break. All right, don't forget to like this video for me, please. I talk about this every week, but this video gets out to many more people. The more likes that it gets, it shows up on people's feed. So go ahead and like that video. If you want to follow me on social media, you can at WatchDawnOf8 on Snapchat and on Instagram. I post a lot of things about my personal life, so come on and follow me on Instagram. All right, I will holler at y'all next week. Peace. Oh, I'm back at work. So my videos won't be out as fast as they normally are because I have to go to work. I have to come home, edit the video. You know, it's a lot. So just expect that we back on the school schedule, all right? So I will holler at y'all next week. Peace.